You on out there? All right, let's get this thing moving. Don't care how long you go, I know you say, hey, good time, sweet man, bring it home one day.
R.L. Burnside, one of my favorite blues artists, R.L. Burnside. The guy was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I was thinking, I was reflecting, and whenever I post my videos, what I'm trying to do actually at the best of times is instill a sense of desire, hope, a feeling that something that makes us human beings. What is it to be a human being in the age of fission? In the age of fission, we're under threat. We're under enormous threat. And the threat is not just from the nuclear industry, it's from the industries that basically have established a platform of destruction, the chemical destruction. It's so over the top. What I would say is over the top. I'll shut this down. I'll listen to you in a minute. It's so over the top. The level of destruction is so over the top. And what I'm trying to do when I make my videos, what I'm trying to express verbally, I mean, I make paintings. You can see I'm making paintings. I'm working on the Pacific, the paintings, Dead or Alive, the Pacific, Dead or Alive. And the reason I make my videos is in order to instill a level of hope and a desire to continue this experience that we call life. And I know that the people, the high-tech people like the NASA types have shown us Mars, which is a wasteland. Who the hell would want to live on goddamn Mars, people? Please, stop it. Stop it. You don't want to live on Mars. You don't want to travel for 6 months and live on a goddamn desert wasteland, horrible environment. We have the most magnificent environment for life on this planet. Why would you want to go to Mars? Why would you want to deal with anything other than what we have right here, right now? And until we can sort this out in a way that everyone is included, we need to include everyone. We need to have every single life form on this planet taken care of. And if in the Bible it says, what is it, like name the animals, name the people, the idea, or not name the people, name everything that is life, it is our, what is that? It's like our stewardship. Our stewardship is at stake here. We are giving up on the stewardship of our planet, our stewardship to protect life, to protect life. And there are many people that I come across in a day when I listen to YouTube's people expressing their outrage at the destruction. And it's not something that I'm going to deny. The outrage is the feeling behind losing a starfish, the sea anemones, what Dana Durnford has shown in his quest for life. He doesn't want life to be gone on the Pacific. He took photographs to show us there is a huge, huge depletion of life on the beaches of the Pacific Ocean in British Columbia. It is outrageous, and nobody speaks up on what we call that media, that platform that is created out there. Maybe that's why it was created, to keep us in the dark. Everybody knows what's going on. That's what I say. Everyone knows. And we're not bloody jumping jacks. We all know what the hell is going on in the Pacific. We all know. We all know. But you still have this confluence of people posting about the fucking economy. I'm sick and tired of hearing this stupid economy. It's bullshit. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. What does it matter if life is under threat? Who cares how you pay for a goddamn piece of chickpea or beef or whatever it is that you want to eat with the money? Who cares about the money? I care about life, and I care about something even more than life. I'm going to tell you now, and I'm going to say, I was listening to somebody talking about peak gold. Now it's peak gold. It was peak oil, and we've seen peak oil, right? In 2008 or whatever it was, 9, oil went to like $150. Now it's under $30. Oh, we've got peak oil. So we're in the headlights of all this subterfuge. What we need to get in touch with, what I'm trying to do on my channel, what I'm attempting to do on my channel through the work that I make, and I'm hoping to be able to get this work on the Pacific out. I'm going to do a series of paintings. I'm going to dedicate it to a person who, this is a tragedy. This is very emotional. A person that killed themselves recently, a young person, only 30 years old. I'm going to dedicate this series of paintings to a person that I felt close to. And what I want to say in terms of people being preoccupied with everything still at the periphery, there is a core that all of us know. And it's not peak oil, it's not peak gold, it's not, what it is peak conscience. Peak conscience. It's a rare part of humanity now. We hardly find peak conscience to do the right thing. We're in an extinction event. This is proved. We're in the 6th extinction event, and Fukushima has now contributed to this 6th extinction event. And it's not just one thing, people. There is a confluence of events that have occurred over the last 80 years, maybe even longer, to contribute toward this. And the reason we're in the position we're in is because we're at peak conscience, meaning that it's rare to find people in a larger context that will do the right thing. And this is something that I've been going on about. And all you posters, you YouTubers that are presenting to us the facts, we know the facts. We know the facts. What we don't know, well, we do know, but what we won't recognize, what is the denial, is that we all can change ourselves to make a difference. That imagine if 7 billion people on the planet, and forget the oligarchs and the Akhenaten types, forget those fuckers, because they're not going to help anybody, they just help themselves. But imagine this revolution of conscience. We're at a peak conscience. We need to revive this in ourselves, and this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to do on my YouTube channel. And I've had some criticisms because some of my commentary has been very perceived to be very negative about the situation that we're in. And my earlier videos were a little more, I've actually evolved. Over the last 5 years in my YouTube presence, I have evolved, and we need to evolve. And I think people that have been watching me have noticed that I'm not as vulgar and ornery in my condemnations of what is going on around us. It is more of an inner struggle that we're trying to establish, that we're trying to create a platform. We are attempting, people of conscience are attempting in their own way to establish a platform, a mechanism whereby we can salvage something. We need to salvage something. We're not Mars yet. We're going to be close to it. If plutonium and cesium and iodine and all the exotic isotopes that come out of these nuclear plants have their way, we're going to look like goddamn Mars in another 4 200 years, 100 years, I don't know how long, maybe even sooner. It's going to happen, and life cannot thrive under these conditions. You look at what is perceived to be the reality of a planet like Mars. Do you want to live on Mars? Do you actually want to live on Mars? You want to take a spaceship and go on Mars? Well, round them all up, round all the oligarchs that are destroying, who are complicit with the destruction, round them all up and send them to Mars if that's where they want to be. Because I don't want to be on Mars. I want to be on Earth. This is the paradise that we have right in front of us, and we're kissing off. We're kissing off. And sensitive souls recognize what it is that we're facing, and there is an epidemic beside cancer, and that is suicide. And I'm going to dedicate this series of paintings called The Pacific to a person that killed himself. And what I'm feeling, this emotional part of me that is connected to all life on this planet, not just what I have, what I see around me, who I know. I want to feel connected to all of life. Everything that thrives, that just breathes and vibrates with this feeling for each other, for themselves. Everything that makes us function, that makes us work. We need to revive this in our spirit. And that is why I make the paintings. I make the paintings. This is why Vincent made the paintings. He made the paintings. He never sold a goddamn painting in his life, but he continued to do it. And I may not be able to show these Pacific paintings, while my Fukushima paintings are completely, nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to touch it. So I'm going to do it maybe a little more surreptitiously with these Pacific paintings for what it's worth. I don't know what time frame we're in, but I'm saying we're in peak conscience, people. We're facing not peak oil, peak gold, peak economies, and destruction of economic systems on the planet. I don't give a shit about the economic system. Everything will be affected by the deaths that are related to this nuclear criminal syndicate. What they have established themselves as the platform. This is the leveler. This is the leveling platform of everything. The nuclear criminal syndicate have established themselves as the guys who run the show. It's Longshanks. The nuclear criminal syndicate is Longshanks. And where is that William Wallace spirit within us, which is peak conscience? We are now at the very, very tip of conscience, to do the right thing. There are so few people who are going to change their lives to do the right thing. And sometimes it'll take, I don't know if we've passed the point of no return, whether we can actually recover this. This is distressing, and it's very emotional. And when we have experiences in our own lives that highlight this level of urgency around making changes in our own lives. And I just want to say that I understand the level of despair among people, because a beautiful, beautiful human being that I know killed themselves. And what I want to say is that I understand the despair, but we can't give in, because what's the result? We're going to look like goddamn Mars in a few hundred years. That's what the result will be. Because if the nuclear criminals have their way, they're gonna convince you that we can always go to another planet. No, we can't. We can't. This is what we've got. This is what we've got to protect. And peak conscience surpasses all other peaks that you want to have. The Armageddons of the nuclear meltdowns, the economic meltdowns, the peak oil. Oh, there's no oil left. There's nothing left. What's not left is conscience. It's people deciding to do the right thing, whatever that means in their own lives. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You're not going to tell me what I need to do. I'll listen, but we all have to decide. We're in peak conscience. R.L. Burnside.
You can't say no, but love, baby, yeah,
I use this music to motivate myself. That's why I like playing it. I get motivated. So I'm working on my Pacific paintings. See you later.